Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another, I think it's episode 3 of finishing series I'm in the middle of. For this video, I definitely want to read The Frontrunner by Elsie Silver. This is the third one, so yes, they're all on Kindle Unlimited. The last one, which I have no idea what it's called, comes out on the 5th of December. And then, yeah, A Werewolf's Guide to Seducing a Vampire is the last one of the Glimmer Falls series as far as I'm aware. I don't know if there's anything else coming out with that series. This one came out in August this year, so I don't know. I can't see anything to tell me. I did have a little look up, but I can't see anything that tells me if there's going to be more. I think the trilogy makes sense. I feel like any more would kind of be going too far, but then also it's a really cute place, so I don't know. Anyway, I definitely want to read these two. And then I'm in half a mind. I don't know if I want to finish the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, because then that's done. I don't know if I want to continue Magnolia Parks or read the last one in that Mead Mishaps trilogy. That's obviously going to be 4 books soon. Yeah, I think I would like I don't know what I want to do. What I'm going to start with is The Frontrunner, because it's just a nice, quick, easy book. And I've been really looking forward to this one since reading the first one, because this one's Stefan's book. And listen, if there's one thing about me is I kind of love the bad guy, and he's the bad guy. Even though he's not I mean, there's no actual bad guy, but he's very morally questionable. So I've been looking forward to Stefan. And also, is it Mira? Yeah, it is Mira. Mira, her character intrigues me because she reminds me of Winter from the Chestnut Spring series, in that she's she reminds me of Winter because she's very strong and kind of in a stoic, kind of way. She's just not as bitchy as Winter was, at least. So I'm looking forward to this one. So I think I'm going to start this one first, and then we're going to kind of go based off mood what I want to do next, because I have a lot of options for what I can do. So yeah, let's get into The Frontrunner. I'm not quite 100 pages into this yet. I'm actually in the middle of a chapter because I've just realised I was reading this. My mum rang and then I fell on Instagram instead of picking the book back up. Anyway, so far, this is my favourite book of the series, and I'm literally only 86 pages in. Listen, Stefan, I knew I was right about that man. This man has such, out of all of them, Vaughn was a little bit grumpy, but really he was just grieving in a bad place. And he's actually a lot more upbeat naturally. Cole is a veteran with PTSD, so he is naturally just very grumpy, and I don't know. So yeah, they both had their soft sides. This man, I think he is kind of putting on a face for the world as this will do anything businessman. He is a will do anything businessman. He has a goal and he wants to hit it because the goal meant something to someone very close to him. So to him, he is just doing whatever he can to fulfill this person's dream. So when you think of it that way, he's really not a bad guy. And if anything, Billy's really annoying me because, my God, girl, let a grudge go. you're beating a dead horse, no pun intended. Like, this is ridiculous. Just let it go. Your life will be so much better if you just let it go. Yeah, he has such a soft side. He's got like such a loyal and loving side to himself that only the people who really matter to him get to see. And yeah, I'm just loving him. I think he's my favorite man so far. I don't know, he's cheeky, he's flirty, but he can also be like serious and he like emotional, like I just love him. So yeah, I'm gonna be I also have a video to edit that needs to go up for tomorrow, and I also do want to watch some YouTube because I don't want to spend the whole, well, I say the whole day reading. I started reading this at about 4 o'clock and it's like 6:30 now. I've been watching videos in between. I'm trying not to burn myself out on reading because yesterday and the day before I did a 24-hour readathon. So I also have like YouTube I want to catch up on and other things, and like I have so much housework to do, it's not even funny. So I do want to get through a good chunk of this tonight, but I also have other things I want to do and need to do. So you might get an update from me tonight, you might not. But so far, I love it. This book was so good. I've cried with this book, I've laughed with this book. I'm slightly obsessed. This one was a 5 stars. There is no way it could be anything but 5 stars. I was so looking forward to their story and it did not disappoint in the slightest. Stefan is my favourite man. I think I know who the next couple is. I'm guessing it must be Griffin and Nadia, Stefan's sister. But she's only 19 in this. So I don't know. I think it's going to take place after she finishes university. Anyway, what is going on with my hair? It looks like it's not being brushed today. It has. I don't know what this is doing. Anyway, oh, I look awful. Please ignore me because obviously I have been crying in this book. Anyway, 5 stars. Literally not a thing I could fault about this book. It has given me this 5-star feeling. This one felt like Chestnut Springs. I think the other two, I did enjoy them. These arms are getting in my way. Yeah, out of the gate, and I thought we finished, I did really enjoy them, and they did have that Elsie Silver feeling, but Chestnut Springs was a 5-star series across the board, and this one just gave me the exact same feelings that those books did. Oh, I just loved Stefan. I absolutely loved him, and Mira was an absolute sweetheart while also being a badass. I'm so happy I've read this. And I just have only one left and it comes out on the 5th of December. I could read it on Kindle. I might, we'll see. Oh, I'm just so happy. So happy. Oh yeah, I'm filming a... Not me forgetting what video I'm filming. And I'm filming a finishing series I'm in the middle of. So technically I could go straight on to the next one on my Kindle. And then that's the series finished. I think I'm going to focus on Babel for the rest of the day. And tomorrow I'll decide if I want to pick up the 4th book, which I've completely forgotten what it's called. A Photo Finish was the one I just read. What's it called? A False Start. Does that mean it's fake dating? I haven't a clue. Anyway. Yeah, I'll decide if I want to do a false start or if I want to read something else. We'll see. So, a black t-shirt under this jumper does not look right, but it's a t-shirt I had on. Anyway, I think the next book I'm going to read is A Rebel's Guide to Seducing a Vampire. I believe this is the last book in the Glimmer Falls trilogy. I don't think she's doing any more. I've had a quick look at the acknowledgements at the back, and it doesn't suggest there being any more because she was like, oh my god, 3 books. And there's an excerpt from like a future book that's a different series called Servant of Earth. It's going to be the first book in a new fantasy series by Sarah Hawley. So I have a feeling this is going to be the last one in the series, and then she's going to be starting a new series. So that means this will be finished. So I'm going to go on to this one while it's still as close to spooky season as possible. It's winter outside now. It's fully just cold. It snowed. What day is it today? Today is Monday. It snowed on Saturday morning. It was gone by Saturday afternoon / evening, but it snowed loads on Saturday morning. Anyway, that's by the by. We're gonna start this. I have no idea who it's about. I think the werewolf is that dude who, like, looked. What does he work in the library or plant shop? He's like a werewolf, but he dresses like a librarian. This dude right here, who we've seen since book 1. I can't remember his name. I can't remember what he does. I just know he's a werewolf. And then the vampire, I don't believe we've met. Oh, she's a vampire succubus. Can you be a vampire and a succubus? A succubus is a demon. Okay, so as I am recording this, I finished this book like 3 weeks ago. So I can't remember a thing. I thought, let's scroll back. Oh, helpful, I didn't write anything. Well, my reading wrap up for November is up. So that'll have my thoughts. I ended up, basically what happened was I got busy and I had too many videos up and going and filming, and I just sort of, this one dropped, and then I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Since I cannot upload this video to the end of December, even though it was November when I started filming it, I was like, you know what? There's a few more series I could finish before December ends, before the year ends. And like finish them and get them fully off the list. So why don't we extend the video and do that? And then I just never told you what I thought about this book. I rated it a 4.25. I gave it a 2 chili pepper rating. It's probably the least spicy out of the 3, maybe. Maybe it is on par with the second one. But it wasn't as spicy as I was thinking it was going to be, considering she's a vampire succubus. I don't know why I stressed vampire, because succubus was the one I was meant to stress. Anyway. Yeah. This was quite fun. I really liked Ben. He was a very sweet man. Very, like, so different from what a werewolf is meant to be. And as far as I'm aware, in this kind of world, alphas are never mentioned. So I don't think there's probably like an alpha of the pack, but I don't think it's a big thing societally in this world, which I do quite like. So yeah, he's like in constant crisis about the fact he's not very werewolfy, and he just likes to knit. He's just a soft guy. He's a gentle giant because he is big naturally, and yeah, it was fun. I don't know how to explain it. I do recommend this, like the full series. Book 1 and 2 are just here. I recommend the whole series. It was a really like nice, they're witchy without feeling gimmicky Halloweeny. In fact, they're witchy without feeling Halloweeny. They just feel like soft fantasy, like cozy fantasy, but urban fantasy because it's set in the real world. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, they're just cute little rom-coms. They just happen to be based on witches or demons or werewolves or vampire succubuses. So, succubi? Anyway, I don't have much to say about this. I'm very sorry. But recommend. That's all you need to know, I guess. So the next book I'm going to be reading that is going to be finishing a series is going to be As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. I've had this, how long have I had this now? Bear in mind, so oh, that was handy. I read Good Girl Bad Blood in July. When did I read the first book? Right, so I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder in March, then read Good Girl Bad Blood in July, and that one was a 5 stars. And I have been worried about Pip ever since. Okay, I just need to know if she's okay. That's all I need. I just need to know if she's okay mentally. Physically, she's okay. I just need to know if she's okay mentally. So if I go to my little haul page, I bought this in September. So all of September, October, November. I've had it like 3 months and I'm only just picking up now. But I feel like now is the right time. I probably should have picked it up a bit earlier because I would remember more. But as of right now, I'm dying to read it. I just feel like now is like, no, I'm in the headspace. I need to read it now. Before this, I was just reading Christmas books. I think I've read, well, 3 full books and I DNF'd one. Christmassy books in a row. I just need something completely different. And I think this is what I need. It's a big old boy, but it's a YA. And the font is quite big. So this is going to be the final book though. And I hope everything's wrapped up. I just want Pip to be okay. Anyway, this is what we're going to be reading next. So let's get this series ticked off the list. Let's get into it. I'm 68 pages into this. I'm on chapter 8. Why have I left it so long to read this book? I was so worried about Pip at the end of book 2. So I can't remember what I rated A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but Good Girl Bad Blood, I don't know why I clapped along with that. I rated it 5 stars. I literally read it in a day and I loved it. I just thought it was a really good book. And I was like getting emotional at the ending. And I just felt so bad and worried for Pip. And yeah, I had every reason to be. This girl is not okay. Yeah, I'm enjoying. I've gotten straight into the story immediately. I mean, this is book 3, so I'm already connected, especially like to the main character. I'm already really connected to Pip. But I'm kicking myself for leaving it so long to read it because I can't remember half the things that's happened in this. Well, no, it's more that I remember what happened. I just can't remember which characters are who, if that makes sense. Yeah, I probably should have read it before now. But once I've read this, I'm going to watch the series because I have actually been looking forward to watching that. Obviously, I know the series is only season 1 and it's only based on the first book, so I could have watched it any time. But I just want to have read the full series before I start watching the TV show. My thoughts so far are just mainly concern for this poor girl, because for someone so young, she's been through so much and seen so much. And like, how do you cope with that? Because when you're like in it, the methods that will genuinely help you do not feel like they're helping, or feel really scary because it's like a lot of confrontation of different thoughts and feelings. And yeah, I don't even know what happens in this book, to be honest, because this is the special edition. It doesn't have the synopsis on it. It literally says Pip's back, and this time the chase is all about her. Who will look for you when you're the one who disappears? That's all it says. So there is a note from the author in the front though as well. Oh, apparently she says it's gonna break me to read this. Okay, lovely. And they say I'm sorry and you're welcome, I guess. Oh, I'm terrified now. Oh, what's gonna happen to her? I've never connected with a character in this way, especially like it's a YA mystery, and I'm like 27. I don't like scary things though, to be fair, so this is like a good age range for me, YAs. But yeah, when I finish this, I think at some point I would like to read the reappearance of Rachel Price, because I've heard that one's good, and Five Survive. I really am intrigued by Five Survive. And then is the novella Killjoy, is this linked to this series? I don't know. I have to find out. But anyway, that's where we're at so far. I will let you know if this book breaks me, I guess. Apparently it will. Okay, I'm on part 2 now of this. I think I read it just over page 200 yesterday, and today, well, part 2 is about 300 pages in nearly. So I am not confused, probably not the right word. We're like halfway through now, just over. And essentially what we thought the plot was going to be kind of is done. And the person who I thought it was from the beginning, it was. But I think because that was too easy, now we've got the other like 250 pages. What's going to happen, especially after what's just happened? Okay, sorry, my mum had rang. Interrupted my like thing. I went out earlier to get like it's my brother's birthday tomorrow, so I get him a birthday card and a bag for a Secret Santa present and stuff. So anyway, it's really windy and I didn't brush my hair when I got back. I probably should brush it because it's very tatty. Getting on the bus, it was like a wind tunnel. I literally felt like my eye was coming away. Anyway, yeah, I literally don't know what's gonna happen next, because what I thought was gonna happen happened. I'm stressed and I'm worried, and I'm also really enjoying this book. If Pip is not, like I say, I have such an emotional connection to Pip. I don't know what it is. I just think she's great and I love her. And if anything happens to her, I'm tearing up now just thinking about how all the bad things that could happen to Pip. Like I say, I'm stressed. All I can do is continue reading. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get back to it and we're just gonna have to see what happens. I think I've got I've got like less than 100 pages left. I think I've just sat and read about 150-ish pages just in one go. I'm so hooked in this story. I don't know what's gonna happen. Everything's going wrong. I've got like 60 pages left. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what to do. It's not looking good. That's all I'll say. It's not looking good. Okay, I'm on the last 20 pages. I'm scared. Okay. Why is the Gossip Girl storyline happening? You can't Chuck and Blair you out of this. Ravi's gonna make me cry. I'm not happy about this. Why do I think this is gonna end on an unsure note? I've got 10 pages left and I just have a feeling we're not gonna know either way what the verdict is. I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. That's it? That's all you're giving me? I was so annoyed. I need more than that. Like that's... It's not an ambiguous ending. But I need more than that. I'm so annoyed. But I don't know why. Because it's not like it was ambiguous. I just needed more. I just need a few more details. Just tell me if everything is actually okay. 5 stars. That was so good. I don't know if you can tell. You probably, oh, well, you kind of can. My cheeks are very flushed. That is not blush. That is because I am warm. I am sweating. I don't know, same as the last one, I don't even know how to tell you what I enjoyed about the book, because it's the third and final book in the series and I don't want to spoil anything. This one, it was something where you didn't have to guess. There wasn't so much twists and turns and like a mystery aspect of this one as so much. There was a few little things where it was maybe twisty or turny, but what you, like, for me anyway, what I thought was gonna happen did happen. It's just the turns and everything that happened in between had me gripped, and I really did not know how this book was gonna end. Yeah, you just don't know until the last page. You don't know how this book's gonna end, and even the last page, it doesn't give you anything. So 5 stars. I feel a lot of emotions right now, and I felt a lot of emotions while reading this. Also, we don't know at the end of this if Pip is okay. That's all I wanted from this book, following the last book, was to know that she was okay. That's it for this portion of the video. Tomorrow we will start the next portion. I've got 2 more books I want to read in this video to really round out the year, and both of which are like finishing series. So this series is finished. I can take this one off. One technically isn't in the series, but it kind of is, so yeah. I don't know which one I want to read next, because one is dark. I don't even think it's not even a dark romance, but it's attached to a dark romance. And the other one's just a romance, which I'm probably going to read that one next, because I need a palette cleanser in between this and that, because this was quite heavy and that one is going to be even heavier. So yeah, anyway, I will see you tomorrow with the next book we're reading in this video. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my hair today. I've had such bad fatigue today. It's not even funny. I went to the doctors with my mum. My mum's not well, my dad's not well, and now I have fatigue. Between the family, it's all very stressful. Anyway, so the book I started today, I'm now 100 pages into it, is A False Start by Elsie Silver. Obviously, I read the Runner. Is that book 3? I don't know which book is which. I read the 3rd book at the beginning of this video, I think. And this will be the end of the series. This is the last book in the series. The Gold Rush Ranch series that Elsie Silver wrote. So once I've read this book as well, I've read her full backlog, I think. So yeah, I'm about 100 pages into it. I'm like in the middle of a chapter, but it's like page 102. And where we're at right now, so obviously we're following FMC is Nadia, who is Stefan from book three's sister. And this book takes place like 2 years after book 3. And then the MMC is Griffin, who is Stefan's closest friend, who is older. There's a 14-year age gap in this. Oh, there's just been an email about the Fairy Loot Mortal editions of Chestnut Springs. I need to see what that is. Okay, the early access, I didn't find out about this until not yesterday, the day before. So the 16th, no, 15th, 14th? What day is it? Today's the 17th. I think it was like the 14th or 15th that I found out that Fairy Loot were doing the Mortal editions of the Chestnut Spring series, and I love that series. Every single book was a 5-star for me. And they go on sale today. They went on sale for Fairy Loot subscribers. That email was to tell me they sold out. Because the early access was meant to be tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and I was fully prepared to be at work and try my hardest to get them, because that's where I'm out, like, lunch break. But they're getting more, so there's going to be another early access tomorrow for the Fairy Loot subscribers, and then on the 19th, if there's any left. Oh my god, I just need them. I managed to get the Dreamland Billionaire ones, and I managed to get the Twisted Love series back last December, but I need these. And the Dreamland Billionaires ones came out earlier this month for pre-order, so I'm not getting them till next year. Anyway, that is a complete side plot, but it's related because it's Elsie Silver. Anyway, yes, so I'm on page 102. I'm 25% of the way through it. And we've had some like not character progression, but the two of them, so they both realised like it's not a good idea for them to get together. But they've just had a little bit of a bonding moment in the car, and they're just really cute. And I had a guess about something to do with Griffin, and I was right with that. I don't want to like spoil things. I really like Griffin. I think Nadia kind of thinks he's a bit of a dick, because he's grumpy in the correct way of being grumpy. He's not mean. He's just not got a lot to say, and like he'll just like grunt. But he's a nice guy. Okay, then my friend just FaceTimed me. So I can't remember what I was saying about this, but I'm really enjoying it. I think I was saying something like, I think Griffin's like, Mira thinks Griffin's like a sweetheart, and I'm fully agreeing. Because it's like Grumpy Sunshine, except he's not really sunshine, but he's a grumpy man, but just he likes his quiet, he likes his solitude, he likes his peace. He doesn't want to be having meaningless conversations and chit chat. He's just like, if he can get across what he's wanting to say in a grunt, he will. But he's also very caring, and so I think he's a secret sweetheart as well. But he's a good kind of grumpy man. So that's where we're at right now. 25% in. That's all I have to say. I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to read tonight, but we'll see. We just had the first case. It was a very intense scene. There's been a lot of like tension brewing over the last 40%, because I'm only 41% through. I think I've only read about 1% of this today. No, it's gotta be more than that. Anyway, yes, that was a very good first case. And then the way that chapter ended, and then now it's a month later. Like, what is happening right now? Anyway, I'm gonna continue to read this in the dark until I fall asleep. I haven't read much today. Hopefully, I am at work a lot longer tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to read as much tomorrow either. We'll see what happens, but I'm really enjoying this so far. Not quite as much as Mira and Stefan, but I love Griffin. I think he's really a sweetheart. So I am really enjoying this. And I really like Nadia. She's not annoying. I just really like her. So yeah. Okay, I thought I would do an update on where I'm at in... I keep forgetting what this book is called. I'm going to be honest with you. What is it called? A False Start, that's it. How I thought it sound... A false start sounds like it would be fake dating. But anyway. I'm like nearly 75% the way through. Earlier we had like the first smut scene and we've had a couple since. One thing I love about this couple is they just feel so right for each other. I don't know what it is. I just love them. They just, you really like kind of like feel their connection. I don't know. This couple and the last one, it's giving like Chestnut Springs vibe, like them two books. The first two didn't quite give me the Chestnut Springs vibe for how good they were. Thing is, I don't know what any of them are called. The Front Runner, I think, and this one, A False Start. These two feel like Chestnut Springs series caliber of story and plot and characters, and yeah. I don't know what it is. I just really love them. I'm getting to a point now where I cannot choose if I prefer Griffin and Nadia or Stefan Mira. Is it Mira? Now I'm second guessing myself. Is it Mira? I think so. I could be wrong. Stefan and Mira. Yeah. Anyway, I can't decide if I prefer which couple I prefer out of those two. Because I'm at the point now where I love them both for different reasons. I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, Griffin has a secret. And I have no idea what it is. I mean, I have a vague idea of what I think it might be. There was a head mentioned. There was a lawyer mentioned. So my brain's taken. But I don't know if I'm right. I'm probably not. But it seems like he's going to come clean about it to Nadia, whatever it is. So I'm going to get to reading that. And we will reconvene once the tea's been spilled. It's the next day. It's Saturday. I finished A False Start this morning. I can't remember what I last filmed, I'll be honest. Oh, there was a secret that Griffin had. I did guess that right. It was very obvious though, so I'm not exactly taking the credit for that one. This book was also a 5 stars. I feel because I feel like it's 5 stars, but I'm like, am I giving it too easily? But also it's Elsie Silver, and I mean, I rated the whole Chestnut Springs series 5 stars. I feel like because I read this, it's taken me like 5 days to read it, that my brain's like, well, I'm, you know, I don't know. But I've been very busy with work, I've been very tired, so yeah, I do think at the very least it's a 4.75, but I think I am going to give it 5 stars because I thoroughly enjoyed this couple. I thoroughly enjoyed this story. Like, when I really think about book 1 and 2, like, those men have nothing on Stefan and Griffin, and the women are really annoying in comparison to Nadia and Mira. Like, these two couples, the men and the women, I love them both, and I don't think either of them like annoyed me at any point. And I found, especially this couple, they were really mature in that taking time away to better themselves. Like, the third act conflict, the third act breakup in this made so much sense for the story. It wasn't just a conflict for the sake of conflict. It wasn't a breakup for the sake of a breakup. It made sense for them as a couple, their previous experiences and what they were going through and what they needed in life to like improve and get better and all these kind of things. And yeah, I just thoroughly enjoyed them. And the way Griffin grovelled, but he didn't, hang on, this thing, he didn't grovel. The way Griffin just showed he was like waiting, and what he did for her return, even though he wasn't even sure if she would still want him, he kind of played the long game, like not like the long game, but like he kind of played the long game on it, and I loved it. I loved the reconciliation at the end of the book. It was, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's a 5 stars. This book was so good. And that's the Gold Rush Ranch series finished as of this book. So yeah, the next book I want to read is like technically a novella, and it's not technically in the series. I do want to read Where's Molly by H.D. Carlton, because out of this part of the like world, like obviously with Satan's Affair, Haunting and Hunting Adeline, and then this is like the final piece of that story. I do want to read this. It does say a cat and mouse spin-off, so it is kind of part of the series, and then that will be done. I haven't like included the cat and mouse duet as part of my unfinished series because I don't know, but yeah, I want, this is gonna be a long video because how many books have I read in this video? 5. This is either the 5th or 6th book in this video, but I've been recording it for like well over a month. Yeah, I've been really interested in this since Hunting Adeline, and it's like a novella. It's like, well, it's like 200-ish pages, but this is what I'm gonna finish the series on. The chapters seem quite small because there's 20 chapters and an epilogue, so I feel like it's not gonna be too bad. Because I've clicked through, it says I'm now going to finish this book in 37 minutes. That's not quite right, but anyway. The dedication is to Sam, Christy and Samantha for sitting in that diner with me and talking about cannibalism until Molly's story was born. The playlist, I do not recognise any of the songs. It says it's a dark romance. Is there going to be romance in this? Now it's saying an hour and 2 minutes left in the book. Okay, there is apparently smut and romance in this book, which I did not think it was going to be. I'm going to get to reading this book and we will see what happens in it, I guess. Okay, so I'm just about 40% through this. Well, I'm 39% through it. Okay, so yeah, 39% through it on chapter 9. This is a lot different than what I thought it was. I didn't like look up anything to do with Where's Molly. It was just, obviously in Hunting Adeline we find her journal. But I can't remember how long ago between Adeline being there for Molly. So my brain's getting a bit confused with timelines, because also she said she was 20. But it's then she's 25 when she meets Cage. But I thought she met him like straight away. Unless there's a 5-year gap why somehow she stayed alive and not caught. I need more information. I feel like we're not getting enough of the timeline of before. We've just gone, I think the chapter I'm on, chapter 9, is back in 2008. And then I thought she was with Francesca for longer, but I think it was a year. Or just under. I don't know. I feel like I haven't a clue what's happening. I am, however, actually quite enjoying it because it's not, I was about to say it's not that dark, but chapter 8 is like, but I'm not fazed by like anything. So yeah, obviously I didn't think it was going to be smutty, but it is. I should have realised it obviously was going to be because it's H.D. Carlton. So yeah, currently slightly confused. I'm holding this differently to how I normally do, so I'm looking over here instead of here. Yeah, currently slightly confused. But it's actually like quite good. But I just feel like we need more insight as to what happened when she got out of Francesca's. So I feel like we need some more past chapters because it's like past and present. But yeah, apparently I'm flying through it. But it is just a novella, so maybe I can finish this tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I actually managed to finish Where's Molly last night. I don't know what to rate it because it's a novella, but I mean it was over 200 pages, so 214 pages. I've just looked at that and so it was pitch black in my room last night. I was like falling asleep, so I didn't turn my light on to turn the camera on. But the way it ended, oh my god. I did actually really enjoy this. I did not expect it to be a dark romance. And as for romance, it was nowhere near as dark as Haunting and Hunting Adeline. It had the like, not even like stalkery aspects, but like kind of, it had the obsession, it had the your mind whether you like it or not, it, you know, but the smut was also a lot, I was gonna say a lot more normal. There was one scene where they are is a bit, you know, but it wasn't it wasn't being chased, it wasn't a gun, it, you know, it wasn't like Haunting and Hunting Adeline. So it was a lot more normal. So I actually, yeah, I did enjoy it. We didn't see a lot of when she was in Francesca's house. That was completely skipped over, aside from her escape. So we don't really know what she's gone through, but if you've read this, you probably read Hunting Adeline. So what she's going through is probably exactly the same as what Adeline went through. So I'm kind of glad they skipped over that, because I am not someone who's fazed by a lot. I'm not someone who is easily, like, when I'm reading something because it's not real, I'm not someone that's easily, like, you know, freaked out by things. In real life, yes, but not when I'm reading something that's fiction. But I was very, like, uncomfortable for a lot of Hunting Adeline, but I was also so invested at that point. Anyway, and then the last, so like the end of the book, I needed more because I wanted to know if everything went okay. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you know what if you read this, you know what I mean. I wanted to know if, following the phone call, what happened. I wanted to know. And then the last 2 lines, I'm like, okay, well, I definitely need more now, because you've combined. And again, I don't know how to say anything aside from that. And I was literally lying in bed, pitch black, on my Kindle, and I was just jaw on the floor. Because does Adeline know that that's her? I don't know. Because she was so concerned when she found the journal. She's like, I want to know what this person is. I want to know if she's okay. Anyway, I did thoroughly enjoy it. I think because it's a novella, I think it was a longer novella, and I did really enjoy it. So I am probably going to rate it a 4 stars. Yeah, it definitely wasn't as dark. It was out of the cat and mouse duet and attached novellas, so like Satan's Fair, this one was probably the least dark, which is say, like, it was still really dark, but my quota is like up here now for what I think dark is because of Hunting Adeline. So yeah, anyway, really enjoyed it. We're rating it 4 stars. And that is the cat and mouse duets and accompanying novellas done. And that is quite a few series. I finished 3 series in this video, because and then this technically. So technically I finished 4 series in this one video and read 5 books. So that's not too bad. Yeah. So we're going into the new year with a fresher start. I say that I've set up my reading journal for next year. Let me get it and show you. So I've set up a series tracker, and I did not think it through apparently. So a couple of them, I'm like, hang on, one of them I should have put on the complete side. A couple of them I've put on the complete side even though the last book isn't out yet, because the last book is coming out this year, so I can finish it this year. And a couple of them I think have finished, I wasn't 100% sure. So I have in blue ongoing and in pink completed. I have room for 1 more series on my ongoing to start this year. I have room for a good few more completed series to start this year, but I had a lot more series than I thought. So currently, after this, I'm in the middle of 25 series. So I have a few that I can fully tick off. I need to start reading completed series. That's what I need to do, is read completed series, not ones that are ongoing. But anyway, yeah. So with that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and yeah, that is it. I think I have 1 more video going. Actually, this is the last video for this year, I think. Oh no, I have 1 more video going out this year. I'm not uploading on, because this video is going up on the day I'm filming this. I'm not going to upload on Christmas Day because it's Christmas Day. So I will be uploading next Sunday well, it'll be my December wrap up and my like wrap up of the year of reading, and then in the new year I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I need to figure that out. So I will see you next week, not on Wednesday because I've uploaded twice a week all month so far, but we'll give Christmas Day a miss. I will see you next week for my big yearly wrap up of everything I've read, and yeah, bye.